Hey guys, how's it going? Naked all day, bringing you my second tank review. This time in the first tank that some of you might have ever played. We're looking at it. Look at this beauty. American T1 Cunningham. Something really mechanical about this that I really enjoy. Kind of reminds me of like the Industrial Revolution. Steam engine, type, I don't know, big hatch in the back to crawl into like a boiler or something. Anyways, I'm here to tell you about the stats here, and I've got on my right here some numbers just so I could give you an idea compared to the other new tanks that you might be playing. I think as a newcomer to the world of tanks, you get one of each noob tank. This is a noob tank. So I'm just going to give you an idea of where to take it, what it can do, and then I'll show you some replays. I've got one in particular that I'll show you. But despite what some people may think, look at the gun on this thing, man. It's nearly as long as the front end of this tank. I mean, it's probably a good 7 feet tall, so this is going to be like a 5-foot barrel, something like that, would be my guess. But it does a lot of damage. This, out of the rest of them, is the fastest noob tank. The fastest. It comes in at a whopping 41 miles per hour. It has 115 hit points, which is kind of on the high side for the total amount. It's more than the Chinese, more than the French, more than the German, not as much as the British, but more than Russia and more than the Japanese. So it's the second highest in hit points, and yet it does the fastest. That being said, it's got to give something back in order to be one with the universe, and what it gives back is armor thickness. The armor on this thing really, really bites, but it's also not the worst. It comes in at 10 millimeters in the front, 10 millimeters on the side, and 10 millimeters in the rear, and the turret is also 10 millimeters in the front, side, and rear, even though it's round. So I guess that's the front, 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 that's the front. That's the only thing you get. And you actually get some troll bounces if they hit anywhere from, let's say, here. Like if they're trying to shoot you here, it's bouncy. Shoot over here where the paw is, that's bouncy. So, definitely worth getting, very fast. Out of other statistics that you want to be concerned about, there's something called view range. This is how far in front of your tank that your crew is able to see and actually spot something. Anything further than the view range, people could be driving just outside that view range and you'll never see them even if they're right in the open. View range on this tank is 280 meters, and that's kind of far considering the other tanks. Let's see, the Japanese, their view range is 280 meters, so they're tied. The Russians have 240. It's 40 meters less. In some cases, it's half a square if you look at your mini map. So that's most of the time between 70 and 100 meters. The way you could tell is on the mini map, it tells you like how many meters the whole map is. Might be 700, might be 1,000. In case it's 1,000, each square is 100 meters squared. British only has 260, so less. Have more than the Germans, 260. French has 250, and the Chinese has 250. So it has the longest view range, tied with the Japanese. Another important aspect is the damage per minute you could put out with these little tanks. It's quite impressive if you do the math. And my math could be wrong, so these numbers are just a guideline. It's just a spot that you could roughly judge if you're doing more DPM than the next guy. I'm probably off maybe 1 or 2 or up to 20 or 30, but I'll tell you that the differences are that far spread that it doesn't really matter. This tank with this gun and the gun that I use, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but it's a 20 millimeter. Okay? If you put that with regular ammo, you're roughly going to do about 990 damage per minute. That's more than the Russians' best gun at 972. That's more than a Japanese tank that comes in at 794. The British, they are really close actually. They got 933. They do a lot of damage. They do a lot of alpha damage, the British, but we'll do a tank review on them later. It's not as much as the Germans, but the Germans' gun isn't nearly as accurate as it takes, I think, 1.7 seconds to aim between shots. The French, is 771 and the Chinese is 939. So it's second top damage dealer. And you could easily, before you run out of bullets in one clip or one magazine with this gun, you could easily take out another noob tank. So there's not much to say. I mean, it's pretty squared. You know, you shoot at this guy, you're probably going to penetrate. You'll be very lucky to get bounces on the turret since it's round. But if you hit anywhere in this general area, probably 70% of the front here or anything like that, you're probably going to pen no problem, being that it's only 10 millimeters. And yeah, it's pretty vulnerable. So just like every noob tank. So I'd recommend when playing this tank, you know, it looks like the turret is really far in the back. So I would back up around corners to take a look at enemies, which you'll see me doing in the replays. I've got a couple of these videos up for you guys that are just getting started. My loadout is 330 rounds of armor piercing, regular rounds, and I load 30 of the gold rounds that I spend just regular credits on, and that's just in case I get run into a target that's tier 2, it has more armor. The penetration on the gun is 30, so you need to find like let's say a T-18 American tank destroyer, which is the tier 2, has 50 millimeters armor in the front. You're going to have to shoot them around the sides and even in the rear. The difference between penetration is that you get 23 penetration with the regular rounds, but you get 31 millimeters of penetration up to 51 millimeters of penetration with the gold rounds. So I just have 3 clips worth. I put a small repair kit, small first aid kit, and a manual fire extinguisher on every single one of my tanks. If you're new, I recommend not get these. It's not worth it. You don't understand the game well enough. And these cost 3,000 credits every single time you use one. And you're probably going to find yourself in battles where you're making only a few hundred credits. So if you actually spent a repair kit in the battlefield, you're probably going to end up spending money to play this game and not making it. So it's probably a good idea not to worry about this. I can show you the potential of this tank, but I make good money and good experience with this tank, even if it's a noob tank. But I'm also playing against you guys, the guys that are just starting, and it's not fair. This tank is used in clan battles and stuff and like tournaments, so I'm trying to get my crew skills up there. You start with 100%. Based off what you've trained, I'm on my 62% on my first skill and 68% on my first skill for the driver, and I can show you what those are here. I want 6 thence. 6 thence allows me to park in a bush, and if you roll up close enough and you actually spot me for your enemy, for my enemy team or your allies, then this light bulb is going to pop up in my screen. It's going to say, hey, for the last 3 seconds, you've been visible to everybody on their team. And that's just going to help me realize that, and then I can seek for cover. The commander should have 6 cents first. As for the driver, I want off-road driving. Again, I'm not going with any gunnery or anything like that because this is going to be used in tournaments, and I kind of want to be able to drive fast and go everywhere fast. So this gives you, you know, basically better driving skills over different terrains that's not road or hard compacted, you know, trails or whatnot. So that's what I'm going for. I'll show you my service record in this tank. Not to float my own boat, but just to show you what it's capable of doing on a good round. I've played 40 battles in it. I've got a 62% win rate. My average experience in this tank is 510. That's a lot. A lot, a lot. For a noob tank, I mean, I get that in my heavier tank. So, 25 victories, 15 defeats. Okay, my hit ratio is over 50%, and which is good if you're trying to take pop shots at your enemy from long range on a freaking machine gun that bounces all over the place. My maximum experience in one battle, almost 2,000, 1,773. Just gives you an idea of what you can get. I've killed 10 tanks in one round with this tank, and I've done almost 700 damage in one round. So you guys can really, really do a lot of good things with this. You know, I'm not the best player out there. Again, some people probably have a purple color on that tank. You know, it's just part of my turquoise or blue or whatever it is. But it's up there, and it's 40 battles, and I got my mastery badge. So, enough of this. Let's show you some rewards. Awards. I got Master Gunner 65 times. And I've got Sharpshooter 85 times. Interesting how that works, right? Because I've only played 40 battles. Which means I have no idea what this means. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna go there. Have I played it in team battles? No. Okay. Anyways, guys, I'm going to show you some gameplay, and I will post the stats of that game at the end of it. Thank you for your thumbs up, your comments, and your subscribes. I appreciate the support, and I'll keep the videos coming. So I hope you like it, and let me know. Okay. See you in the next clip. All right. Welcome back. I've got everything put together. We're going to show you a round that I had in my T1 Cunningham. This is for the T1 Cunningham tank review. We're playing on Winter Hemserdorf. We have a chance to win of 72%. It usually is because I'm playing it, not to float my own boat, but let me just show you what I mean by that. On the left side, you'll see all my statistics are in green and everybody else has red or yellow, maybe blue. On the other side, all of them are as green as mine, and that usually plays a big part of it. We also have somebody else who's played 22,000 battles playing on our team, and that really helps, and he's got a 45% win rate. Go figure. So I'm looking around, I'm trying to establish what I'm going to do. And let's just speed this up. Okay. I think 4 is too much, so 2 will be good. We're watching it as I'm playing it in game. Notice on that. Now I shot that tank. Now look it. My turret is in the back of my tank. I want to back up around corners to look at anybody. And I'm going to wait here to see if I can see anything. Notice my mini map. I got a couple different rings. So that's just to help us determine where my view range is versus what my radio range is and what I might have if I had binoculars. So the blue is my view range. The turquoise line would be my binoculars view range, so 25% more. And then yellow is the range at which somebody needs to be in order for me to see them anyways, period. It's like off-grid type thing. Alright, so there's an enemy there. So I want to get safe and get my tank safe before I engage. He's not looking. This guy's out in the open. Notice I'm not letting my reticle get all the way down, and I have to reload now. I did do some damage, but not much. Let's move up. Paying attention to my mini-map to see if I have any shots on the left, or if I'm going to get shot on the left is probably important too. As they're driving forward, there's going to be tanks that are looking. So I'm very cautious of this, and I want to move in and get behind cover. They didn't take advantage, but I'm looking for it now. Again, back out around corners. See if you got any shots. And the reason I do that is because, look, as you back up around a corner, you only have a little bit of your tank exposed, right? Let's see if I can find you another example of this. Here's a T1 medium. He's not focused on me, so let's see. I'm just going to get in here and take some shots at him. There you go. Whole bunch of damage in a short period of time. Got the kill. We're still, based off me, I'm just trying to see where the battle develops, see if I can assist anybody at first. There's people going down that alley there. There's an FT and an MS1, an LL tractor. So let's get behind this rubble and try to shoot some people as they come up. Now he's in a bad spot. As he's looking up, he couldn't get his barrel low enough to shoot at me. And I just kind of waited him for to do that. There's a couple more juicy targets here, but I'm too far exposed. So I just want to get myself protected by the buildings. And again, let's take control. I want to back up, right? I want to back up and show the enemy very little bit of my tank. See, this is what they're looking at. This is what I'm looking at. So as long as my reticle's on their tank, then I have a chance of hitting them. There you go. Let's light this guy up. Pause it. Okay. I just got hit right there. You could see it, but they had a small target to shoot at. Okay. Small target to shoot at. And yet the whole time I had shots on them. Let's see if I can find you another good example of what this thing does damage-wise. There he is. Slide him up, got his ammo rack, and I popped him. I mean, this is how deadly this gun is. And you guys can play this way too, you know. I'm fast, right? We said that we were the fastest. Me and this other T1 were able to get around the battlefield and assist flanks that are not doing so well. There was 2 guys at our flag, but it looked like we just now overnumbered them, and I don't have to help them anymore. And I'm going to trust that they can do it. Time for me to go for somebody else. There's only 2 people left, now 1 person. So I'm just going to go and try to get a kill. And I think I get there because my tank is super fast. Look at me go. Everybody's shooting. Everybody's shooting. There he is. Just take some shots, and there we go. Got the kill. All right. All right. I decided to. I didn't have sound on the last one, but I want to have sound on this one, so I just restarted it, guys. I'm just going to show you. We got a 54% chance of winning. They have some experienced people on their side, and me on this side. Everybody else on my team has less than 4,000 battles. There's a couple people over there that have 15,000, 9,000, 5,000, 3,000. So pretty evenly matched. I'm slightly, I guess, statistically better than the other guy, but I'm not going to pretend like I can't make mistakes and they could exploit it. And this is something you guys are probably used to. All the freaking spam on the screen. Terrible. All you have to do is hit control, go up to their name, right click on it, go to complain. At the very bottom of that list it says idle bot. Go ahead and just, spam and get kicked, idiots. Just freaking polluting our chat. Anyways, what do we say in the first clip? This thing is fast. Get up there. Get somewhere. But don't rush to die. I'm like the easiest tank to die, so I'm going to stop and let's let everybody else who's willing just to go up there and die for me. Go on. Okay. Somebody on their team is going to rush too. They always do it. They always just sit here. Just sit for a second. Be patient. Up, here comes one. And this is what happens when you just want to rush in front of enemy guns. It's not cool. This is a game of chess. Take your time. Alright. Looks like somebody just killed one of our guys. Looking for targets of opportunity. Here comes somebody. I see his name coming up. What's he going to do? He's getting impatient. He's going to do it. I know it. Okay, guys. If you start taking damage, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin your freaking game. Stop. Immediately drop and roll. No, back up. Get behind cover. I'm going to show you how it's done when I start taking damage in this game. Alright, here comes another guy, but I'm still reloading. Can I get in front enough to do some damage? I'm going to try. I got a couple shots in, but not enough time. He's hurt. Oh, I got some damage. What am I doing? I'm backing up. Look at me. Trying to get safe. They're all there. They're trying to shoot at me. Guess what? I'm alive still. And my gun is still in play. If that's the case, I'm putting out damage per second, damage per minute on these guys, and that's what's important. Now, it looks like one of their experienced guys just showed up to the battle. You could tell by the 4 little flag indications underneath their name that anything turquoise means they have a good stat under something, so I'm being very cautious. So I turn around, expose very little of my tank to these guys. You could see him. He just rolled backwards there. And I'm going to go to war. So he pops out, like this guy. Not getting any shots. Now I got to reload. When I start to reload, I pull in cover. Every time you reload, try to find cover. I don't need to look at what's happening in the battle. I got my mini-map. I can see their names. I kind of see what's going on. Reloaded. That guy backed up just in time. And I got the kill. Let's reload again. Okay. They have 2 of their people on the hill. I know that, so I want to be very careful. Maybe I could take some shots. If you take the hill in this map, there's a good chance you'll win the game because you can kind of help everywhere. You're at the center of the map and you're overlooking all 4 sides of this hill, so you could peek over and help. Now, one of our guys just ran over there, got slaughtered, but also killed somebody. We have somebody all by himself down at K2. That's okay. Speed this up a little bit. And I'm just being patient. Guys, there's 11 minutes left in the game. Do I need a rush? No. Let the battle develop. Somebody's going to get impatient. Take advantage and exploit. Remember, we're fast. Oh, here we go. I'm at 1/4 speed. Okay, this is regular speed. You want to stop right in front of my guns? Great. I'm reloading. My team takes him out. I unloaded a whole clip on him. Who's this guy? I'm going to take a couple shots. Oh, I'm hitting him. Oh, I'm hitting him. I'm going to keep doing it then. I got to reload. 9-4. We're kicking butt. I've got 3 kills. Teams are definitely helping. Speed this up. I might as well just drive backwards. I mean, that's the smallest part of my tank. If you think about it, when you back up around a hill or a rock or something, very little bit of my tank's exposed. Luckily, that guy stopped right in front of me. And you know what? Let's use the speed of this tank to our advantage and try to go help something here. There's somebody. Okay. This guy's running for it. Try to aim in front of him. Perfect. So this tank could do very, very well, guys. One guy left. I've only got 4 kills, but as you'll see in the screenshots, that this is an ace tanker. I mean, I did better than 95% of everybody that's ever played this ever. So look at those statistics. Tell me what you think, and I hope you like this game review, guys. If you like tank reviews coming from me, I know I'm not the best person. You got Jingles and some other people that do a very good job. Probably know the tanks a lot better than I do. But if you don't mind them from me and you think I do a good enough job, then let me know. I'll keep doing them. Otherwise, I'll keep putting tank videos out for you guys. Thumbs up, subscribe, and let everybody know that I'm here to stay. Appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.